Yeah, we get see if this was like a real studio audience, we'd get a standing ovation from all the Xbox fans with a special Wednesday night hump day kind of big gamer small talk. We got three of us. We got Chanel in the house
Oh
and
shit.
Mooch. The reason why we're doing this is because there was actually some breaking news, and I like doing that kind of stuff like midweek or whatever. I get bored easy. I had a day off, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this Gamescom information. If you guys didn't hear, Sony announced today that they are skipping Gamescom. It's the first time they've ever skipped it. And this leaves a huge opportunity for Microsoft to step in and kind of do a lot in the European market, which is, it's so odd that Sony's skipping Gamescom because they just announced they've sold 2 million PS4s in the UK.
What's
You know what I mean?
Gamescom?
Gamescom is the
I'm only
equivalent.
kidding.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
it's the equivalent.
Yoshida at a meeting this morning. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, what's Gamescom, guys?
What is that? I mean, is that a big thing? There's 350,000 people there last year or something. I
It
don't
was
know.
bigger than it was bigger than E3.
Yeah, you know what I think is funny, and is that Sony fans like, well, they're gonna tend to talk this. Listen, that's not listen here. The Tokyo Game Show is shit compared to Gamescom. It's just not it's not the biggest. It was bigger than E3 last year. Like this is no small thing here. Them not growing like goddamn. And I know they say, well, you know what? Microsoft didn't attend some years. I mean, I think they didn't do. I think last year, no, not last year. Sorry, when the 360. I think last year the 360s life cycle or whatever the case may be. But like this is like these consoles just came out. Like you done shot so low already. They didn't spend that budget on third parties. They all have third party content, and all that rate is still wait. They ain't got nothing. They flame. They Microsoft and brought them out there and drowned them, man. They got this thing on their arms, man. Sony done shot their load, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now.
I think Zaire's got a good point. The other thing is Z, you brought this up, I think, with PSX when they did their Sony's got their own little that dog and pony show they threw out in January.
Yeah.
If they had the balls to charge their own faithful, whatever it was, $90 to walk in and watch like Fat Princess on a big screen, and so now you got this event, and I think Gamescom costs bucks. I think that costs some money. You know what I'm saying? To take up some time and have all this. And I think that's another thing. First of all, they got nothing to show because they're going to shoot their whole shit out in E3, so there's nothing left to show 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks later. They got nothing. They're barely going to have anything to show at E3. And then I think this is just showing everybody. When we say this, we're not just hating. They're broke. Like this company is literally cutting and making ends meet to make the PS4 part shine. And now you see them ducking out of a major. I mean, that's like if Tom Cruise was like, I'm not doing Oscars this year. I'm going to have a Tom Cruise Academy Award for a Tom Cruise movie that's only hosted by Tom Cruise. Like you can't tell me they're just doing this PSX bullshit. This is absolutely the farthest stretch, and this is not. There's no damage control for this. You don't duck out of the biggest. Listen, we know E3 is the largest, right? Because we're American, UK is kind of like pay more attention to E3. But really, let's be honest, Europe and Asia pays attention to Gamescom. That's their boat and pony show, and that's what they're not showing up to? It's about dollars, and they don't have it. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a couple of things. All these dominoes are falling down right now. Thank you.
Yeah, Mooch gets a rousing ovation. It's an interesting situation because it's almost a slap in the face, but nobody's going to cover that angle because they're doing so well in Europe, right? And then so what do they say to the people of Europe? They say, "Oh, fuck you. We're not going to come out there and do anything." I mean, their last Gamescom was nothing special anyway.
The last happened, then nothing special.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
I mean, I do own a PlayStation 4, even though I'm Team Xbox, but just their last few, and I what, and I gave it like a twist on this. Like it says, it's not that Sony didn't want to attend, but what way to save face? Here's Microsoft dropping these big bombs, these exclusives, that they said they have, all about first party, and here it is, that's what hey, we attend this show. That's how they gonna get blown out the water, get shown up. Like I mean, they can't keep showing these goddamn indies, and parading around, these multi-class as exclusives. Like I said, if I was a PlayStation only, I would be pissed off at the Batman deal, at the Star Wars deal, or whatever, or even the Call of Duty deal. that money right there, that money they spent on marketing and all that shit, even with the what's that Destiny, what they spent like 46 million or whatever, like they can put that right there into their own first party games. You know what I mean? Now I understand they said the days of them, pumping out those IPs. I get it. I've been saying this since day one. Not, that's what they said. You know what I mean? That, if they release 10 exclusives, only 3 would make money. You know what I mean? So even Yoshida said, AAA exclusives are overrated. I get it, but they're selling this console on greatness awaits, and I'm just being honest. I've yet to see greatness. They really literally took a page out of the Don Metric handbook.
Yeah. See, let me just add to what you're saying, because I tweeted about this yesterday, and I think it's a good point. I want to bring it up. All right, so we keep on giving PS4 and Yoshida the credit that they took a page out of Don Metric, which they totally did. We know that. But here's what I'm saying. If I'm a consumer and I'm watching Sony doing well right now off of what Microsoft did last generation, don't you want to be a part of something that Microsoft's doing now? Because that would mean when the PS5 comes out, they're just going to copy what Microsoft did during this generation. So, like, what I'm saying is I want to be a part of the today. I don't want to be a part of a success that was that long ago. And, I mean, to add again what you just said, Yoshida said for 10 AAAs, 3 are successful. I watched a documentary a long time ago. When you watch the corporate end of a McDonald's corporation, not the everyday thing me and you walk into every day, they literally make 10, 15, 20 different kinds of sandwiches every year. Some stick, some don't. It's about the same percentage. Like that McArch Deluxe, that failed. But that was a major part that they tried to push the shit out of that back in the day, if you remember right, in our age group. Yeah. What I'm saying is you have to do the 10 exclusives to get the 3 positives, to get the 3 successful ones. The fact that he's saying this, again, just adds to the fact that they're flat out broke. They don't even have the money to do R&D. They don't have research and development money. Research and development money in games is put out 10 exclusives, see what shit sticks to the wall. They don't even got it.
You know what, though? Honestly, and I'm going to say this again, the old brass of Sony is gone.
That's right.
To me, they had like a level of quality control, and like games like PlayStation All Stars. What the fuck was that? Like, just being real, they were like really PlayStation All Stars, and just being honest, like Sony doesn't have that little kart racers. That's that's their version of Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And Sony does not have that type of fan base or consumer, you would say, you know what I mean? But they like the God of Wars, that's successful for them. You know what I mean? I think do what works for you, not do what works for everybody else, and that's why they
right.
Money. You know what I mean? And like they had to have their Halo. Like Sony, they will never be known for first person. They don't have the controller for it. They're too not like to me. I don't look. It's very awkward to me. 2 knobs and close to each other. I don't like it. You know what I mean? But they had to have their Halo. You know what I mean? So they spent so much money on that. Just like that. I think that's what Sony lost their way. It was great for them. Like the getaways that worked for them. What's the game they keep coming out and keep getting pushed back?
Last
Guardian.
The Last Guardian, yeah.
I'm saying that works for them. All that money I'm pushing it. All that money they spent on that. They could have got that goddamn game out. You know what I mean? That.
We don't have no money for it, Z.
Yeah, I mean, but they, like I said, they spent the money on shit. Like they, just like come on, like who was going to buy? Who was looking to buy PlayStation All Star? Like little sack weight race and all that shit.
Well, InfraG and NeoGaf, I'm sure, were all saying it was going to be better than Smash Brothers.
That should lead into a little bit of part 2 of this podcast today is the fact that just the other day I'm on Twitter and it says IGN pops up. It says join us live. We're playing the Wolfenstein, the old whatever it is, the old order or whatever they're calling the new edition there that they just had come out yesterday. And I tune in, and there's Marty Sleva, or whatever the hell his name is.
Silva.
the gargantuan. He's sitting there, and he's holding the PS4 controller. The beaming light is hitting out towards the camera. His thumbs are smacking into each other, because it's an FPS. And he's just, like, smashing his finger, and he's like, gosh, this is great. It feels so comfortable. And I'm like, I wrote to them. I'm like, dude, why are you always defaulting? That game was neither endorsed by Microsoft or Sony. Why are you always defaulting to the PS4. Everybody defaults to the PS4. There's never an Xbox controller in anybody's hand. That one guy who does 3 kilobytes, his name's Jason something or another. Yeah, I write to him all the time, and actually he at least busts balls back a little bit in a comical way, like we have a good rapport. Like he'll say, what do you want me to play, this game or that game on or review? And I'm like, I'd care to hear your review, but I'd like to see if you'll play it on the Xbox. So every once in a while, when he does a review, he'll actually tweet me and say, oh, by the way, this one's an Xbox One. It's like at least he flip-flopped back and forth between games. But these guys, and that's part of what it is that like Sony's been very clear. This is what we're doing. We're doing indies. We're not going to do exclusives. They've said these things, but you've just got the media that just won't stop. Like and like I said, Gamescom. They're not coming to Gamescom. I wrote to Ryan McCaffrey. I wrote a bunch of people that are at IGN. I didn't even get anything back that said they acknowledged it. Not even a favor or nothing that said, oh, yeah, we see that. We'll have news out later. But if Microsoft, again, this is how many times am I going to sound like a broken record? If we put it on the other foot, okay, what in the world do you think? Do you think that you would not have heard until the middle of the day if Microsoft wasn't going to Gamescom? Somebody would have woke you up in your house this morning, Z.
It came up as Microsoft that has anything to show. I mean, and it's not the same thing for Sony. Well, they're saving everything for the Tokyo game. Since when has the Tokyo game?
Tokyo Game Show is no bigger than PAX East.
Yeah, if that, I'm just saying, that, you know what I mean? Like, again, I want to be clear of this. This is huge. These consoles just came out. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, these consoles been out 6 or 7 years or whatever. They're just, still, you know what I mean? Like, is it Sony getting cocky? That we already got Europe in the bag, Like, this is, this is a good time for Microsoft, and they can just show one exclusive or something, a kick-ass game that they didn't show at E3. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I just was something like they didn't have anything to show. So we're gonna say we're not even gonna go at all. That's why we're gonna let's just say they're gonna do a more small, intimate event in Paris. What the fuck is that? Like, listen, I'm a horror. We say in the horror. What the fuck is this Paris show? What the fuck is this? And since when is Paris known for gaming? Besides this, that's a fashion. They bring the goddamn PS4 to a fashion show, like they bugging the fuck out with it.
Dude, and you know what? It's the same day as the Halo 5 release. That's the funniest part to me. Like, nobody's gonna care about this. I think that basically the root of the problem is this: why is Sony not doing the Gamescom event? All right. The reasoning is this: you have a 2-hour show on E3. You have limited content. It's going to rely heavily on third-party, multi-platform games. They don't want to show the exact same thing at Gamescom, so close to E3. So they're like, oh, well, we're going to have more stuff to announce later in the year. You know what I mean? But that stuff like TGS or this Paris thing, that's going to be so far at the end of the year that it's not going to come out this year. The hope is that you get something that maybe is going to come out this year out of these events, right? But obviously pushing it so far ahead. If you're a PlayStation 4 fanboy, why are you not freaking out right now? Because you have this company that is so far ahead. Either they're so cocky that they think that that they can do no wrong and that nobody's going to care or say anything bad about them, or that they'll still win and rack up these consoles. That's probably what they're thinking. Hey, we could get away with not doing anything and people are still stupid enough to buy our consoles, or they don't have enough content and they realize this and they're trying to save some money. I mean, it has to be one of those two things.
Shout out to Jamie Moran right now. I got to say the same thing. Did you guys ever hear of this Paris game event? He said his friend lives in the UK. He says his friend lives in Paris. He's never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
I think when they unveiled the Wii U or something,
so it's really nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing huge, but that's the first. Well, remember, because you couldn't really see the actual gameplay of the Wii U games. It was all and it first came out. Then the Batman Ark, whatever, had horrible frame rate. When it came from that Paris event, or whatever fuck. But it's something really very, very, very incognito. It's like smaller than PAX Eats.
Okay.
It's not.
When is it? Do you remember when the dates are? When is it?
I don't even know. Like I said, but
October 27th.
Yeah, but it was right.
Oh, it's October. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right. It was right before the Wii U launched. They were talking about how bad the frame rate was of the
Batman.
Batman on the Wii U.
I remember that. Yeah, the whole Batman thing.
Like
It looked worse on the Wii U than it did on like.
PS3. Remember, it looked worse on the Wii U than it did on the PS3. That's when you can actually see any games that running on the Wii U, quote unquote. This is a big deal. Am I shocked? I'm shocked. I'm not shocked, and I'm shocked at the same time. Like they have the balls. Now, because Sony, just be honest, they could have just went and showed what they showed at E3. Kudos. Okay, baby. They could show what they showed at E3 and been done with it, but they said, "Fine, fuck, we don't keep they can't afford to. That's what it's a money issue. Because they could have showed what they showed at E3, and no one has been. Oh, Sony killed Gamescom.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't afford. So there's a money issue going on. They spent that budget on their third-party content.
That's what it is.
They spent that budget on the third-party shit.
Now we'll get a better feeling as to what's going on at E3. Do you think they're going to have like a real packed E3? Because do you think they're going to do more of an E3 like last year, where it was more reliant on third parties and indies and things like that? I mean, because
TV.
Well, they did renew Powers for season 2, guys. So
get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, I mean that's something that can be construed one or two ways. Like people hate TV, but yet here they are watching this thing on PlayStation, obviously, and apparently they're fans of it. So
I don't really know what they're gonna. I mean, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a really big Hollywood presentation of third-party games. They're gonna blast the stage with tons and tons of literally crap, like 2 or 3 minute indie developers come up being like the musical play. They'll come up, it'll be a picture, something really cool. Then they'll show it, and it'll just be an overhead game that looks like Pac-Man. And then that guy will go off. Then another guy will come up like Tim Schafer or whatever the hell that guy's name is, who just basically takes Tim Burton movies and puts them into a cartoon, and then he'll leave the stage. And then somebody
How fast
else
did that Grim Fandango thing die? Remember, everybody was so excited for it.
What the hell happened to that?
That shit was dead.
It released, but it looked exactly the same as it did in the 90s on PC. Right?
It's on iOS now. It's on.
Yeah,
it's
they
on
just
your
released
iPhone.
it on
I
iOS.
forgot about that.
Yeah. People were so excited. They're like, "Oh my God, Grim Fandango!" Right?
Yeah.
And then,
I'm saying, no matter what Sony showed, I'm sad to say, and as a gamer, it's fucking disgusting. You're like, this is your come on, let's get fucking ridiculous now. Like I said, they could have showed anything, Grim Fandango, some shit like that, and they just said again that Sony won Gamescom. Like, I don't understand, sad, but here's Microsoft busting their ass month after month, giving us, before us, look how our console has evolved. We don't know much as far as what we have was coming for us exclusive this year. They said, we waiting for E3, but look at how this console has evolved. Now they're rumored to give it, TV DVR features. They may announce at E3, and Sony has done nothing to sit back, on their, sit back on their league and like I say, play it safe. But it's to spend the least amount of money and maximize their profits. All that they're doing. And hey, when greatness is coming, this console's come out in 2013. You can't name me one great game. I understand if you like, Bloodborne, but that's not for everybody. It's not for everyone. As far as exclusive, there's not been one great game, must have, that everyone will like, but that's not a niche title, what's the Persona 5, that's a niche title, Bloodborne, I thought it was the way they were saying it first was going to, appeal to everyone, because I was going to buy it. I'm not buying that shit, I was looking for something to buy. And I don't want to just being negative. I do want you guys to know, if you're new to this show, I own a PlayStation 4. I am a gamer at the end of the day. So I want a reason to play my PlayStation 4. Not one, but two of these motherfuckers. So it's crazy as hell, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, they made it, people believe that Bloodborne was going to be, different than Dark Souls and, Demon Souls, but at the end of the day, it wasn't.
No, it's not.
It was the same kind of thing. It was difficult. Look, even Warrior played it, and he gave up on it. Most people did. You know what I mean? It was like the Sony fans only liked that game because it scored really well, and it gave them some kind of bragging right.
Absolutely right.
They're going to do the same thing with Persona 5. Do you think people in America, for the most part, are going to buy a Persona 5? They're not.
and we always go back and forth on the show about AAA. That game is not some blockbuster selling title either. I think.
No.
What's that game for that? What's that RPG for the Xbox 360? I sold it. Has better numbers than it.
Oh, Lost Odyssey,
Yeah,
Blue Dragon.
And you know what? And be honest with you, that's a niche type title. That, you know what I mean? That's it is. You know, it's not something that the Xbox.
Just so we can put this to rest, when that guy bothers us every Sunday, I can't remember his name, Ronnie or whatever his name is, that constantly. Tropico 5 came out a week ago.
And that's the Raider. That's Raider with that.
Raider, that's it.
Yeah.
PlayStation Magazine gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
So just so you know, Tropico 5 is off the table. We don't even we never put it on the table, but now it's officially off the table.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's on the 360. If I'm not mistaken.
Hey, how long before he starts listing that standalone The Last of Us DLC as a title, though? I mean,
like he was listening. What's that? First Light. What's that?
Yeah, that infamous First Light. There's a standalone DLC or whatever the hell that was.
Like, is that cool? Like, what's up with that? Like, when it's like us going around bragging about the Dead Rising. No, Ditto. What's that shit by Capcom?
Yeah, Dead Rising.
That super ultra mega
exclusive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's like that. Like, is that?
Or that Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious DLC. I mean, that's just Forza Horizon 2 DLC. It's not. I'm not going to list it as a separate game.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's sad at the same time. As gamers, like, come on, man. Like, Sony's done shit this generation. I'm keeping it funky. You know, I'm very critical of Nintendo, but Sony has done shit this generation. Nothing.
What have they done for the success that they have? To me, it's boggling my mind.
Nothing.
Like, they don't deserve it.
I'm just being honest. Like, I bought, I've always said, like, I'm very critical of Nintendo and the shit that they've done, but I understand, I think Microsoft is still being punished for what was going to be, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, this whole marketing buzz, even with the whole, the Xbox wants this, people still don't know if they don't play used games. I went to a GameStop yesterday. Yeah, we can't get that because you guys like to trade your game. I'm looking at myself. I didn't even say that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people still don't even know that the 360, the Xbox One can play used games or whatever the fuck the case may be. I'm like,
the real irony in the whole thing is that Microsoft's getting punished for a plan that Sony was going to do up until 15 minutes before Track Chenton took the stage.
You know what?
Like, this shit was all like the way it was going to be. The developers wanted it that way. The publishers wanted it that way.
I one up you. It's and bro, if you go back to my earlier video, all Sony said was that they wouldn't charge, that they wouldn't strict, that if they had something in place, if third party wanted to do that, but they weren't going to do that. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's crazy when they ran the article and stuff. They just with the bold thing with Track Chenton, whatever, we won't charge. But if you read the whole thing, it said that a third party consistently wanted to do that, we have something in place. You know what I mean? And it's something that Microsoft, this is what third party said they wanted because they, second game sales and shit was killing them. GameStop is killing them. Used game is killing them. I'm just being real. If so we want these Steam-like sales like on PC. You know why? Because they don't have to deal with secondhand sales like that. That eats up a lot. Not only is Activision competing against EA, they're also competing against a motherfucker that's selling their product. Like you think about that. You walk into a store, I got $50, $60, right? Now here it is, you're gonna buy Battlefield 3, but Battlefield 3, GameStop is gonna sell that same game used for $55 or $50 bucks.
It's like $54.99.
Yeah, it's not even much cheaper. So, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So now, so not only did EA and Activision miss out on the sale, you know what I mean? Like, goddamn, see, this is what GameStop doesn't say that, they putting that money back into the industry. No, because you're not guaranteed to buy new games. You can spend that, on used games, and all that shit goes straight into GameStop's pocket, man. Like, that's who's getting over like a fucking fat rat, man. And that's what don't trade games and like that fucking, companies.
I never trade in games. Never do it.
You're gonna give me $14 and turn around and sell it for $55?
Yeah, I would rather keep it till it's worth nothing.
You guys make a good point. I always wear my honesty on my sleeve. I think maybe in the past 2 or 3 years I have returned 2 games, and it was Ghost And I honestly, I just didn't. I knew I wouldn't even use it as a coaster. That game just bothered me for some reason. Maybe it was
It
the
was
whole
terrible?
launch issue. It was terrible, and the whole launch issue with the 720. I don't have a lot of respect for, and you know, I had a really great conversation with my boy Jay from Bites of Chicken.
That Bites the Chicken guy?
No, he's great, man. I'll be honest with you. If he's listening, I don't think he is because he's in the UK, so it's late.
No, he's in Canada. Talking about kilobytes.
Yeah, I thought
no, he's in Canada.
Oh, is it Canada? I thought he said
No,
UK. My fault.
you want Jason 3 kilobytes?
No, not
No,
Jay.
Bites of Chicken.
Bites of Chicken.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jay the
Jay
developer.
Doley.
Yeah. He's in the UK.
The man is great. I had a couple of sidebar chats with him. The guy's amazing. Guy wears honestly on his sleeve. He tells
Hey, he
you
offered
exactly
to
how
make
it
a
is.
big gamer small talk game for us, a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Let's
Yeah,
get
like
that.
I was all for it, dude. He said he would code it. We just need somebody to do the drawing,
the
the art, because he doesn't do the artwork. But he said he would code it for us, and I was like, hell yeah, man. If we can get somebody to do the art, and then he could do the coding. We could probably do a Kickstarter. It wouldn't even take much, man. We could get a big gamer small talk game on Xbox Live.
Let's get Jay Williams. Jay Williams to do the art.
Yeah, get Jay Williams to do art.
You know what? I didn't even fucking think of that. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, man. You know,
Yo, man, how great was it? You laugh, but we get up to like 20,000 people. Listen, you get that game out there, that could be one crazy Xbox exclusive.
Hey, we'll sell it $1 a piece, man.
Hey, yo, listen.
That's for the fans, by the fans.
All our fucking sound effects. Bang, bang.
Rack them up.
I just want to the American theme song as I ground pound.
Hey, and let me say this. I already recognized it. It's very hypocritical for us to do an indie game, but I think but I think that it's funny as hell, and I would absolutely love to have a game on Xbox, and yeah, it would be an exclusive just because.
That would be kick ass.
Yeah, like it would have to have something to do with like us. Like we would need each of our own characters and have like an ability. He said like make it like Streets of Rage, like 2D side scroll and beat them up. Yeah. And I think that would work great. I think that would be awesome. So if you guys are listening and you think that's a good deal, man, just say so in the comment section, or if that's something you want to. We got a lot of.
Hey, yo, can you imagine people shut shit down? The big game sport has their own video game.
Yeah.
Fucking sound, have a sound.
Yo, man, that would be something you got to put on the wall, man. That would be an amazing accomplishment.
Hey, go showstopper. He had the Who flicker. Yeah, that's his special power. That'd be funny.
You gotta put Rory Ward in a Walmart uniform because he's stocking them shelves. Oh, Target. Yeah, my bad.
Crap. You gotta wait and see. You gotta wait and see. Crap. That should be fucking hilarious, man.
That's what I'm saying, though, man. Like, I'm gonna talk to Jay Williams, and here we are, just like basically having a Skype call between ourselves on the show. But yeah, so I'll talk to Jay and find out what he can work out. Maybe he can work something out for us. We'll get he could get his name in the credits and stuff or whatever. I think that would be
plenty of recognition if it gets him, caught up. I mean, like I say, it's not about. This game wouldn't be about making money on day one. It's about making his money later on down the road.
I think it would be funny as hell, though, man. Like
we have our own fucking video game. Like, that'd be kick ass, man.
You could fight ponies or whatever. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, like
your fucking games club, baby. Yo, listen, I can review our game, get this shit a 1. Y'all be fucking dying, yo. We got a shitty game and a shitty podcast.
Hey, I can review it, man. I can already tell you what I'm going to review it. 10 out of 10, bitches.
Yo, but just steal the footage, yo. Steal the footage.
I would, man. I'm going to steal the footage so I can review it.
Fucking classic. We gotta love this show, man. We put our flaws on Front Street, don't we? We gotta fucking love it, man.
Yeah, I mean that's hilarious to me. Like I love it, man. And look at this, man. I come out here, we get like 100 people in the chat. I mean, like so off the cuff. That's really cool. Like, people just come out and support us, and I get messages all the time.
Yeah, and listen too, man. Thank you guys for you were worried about me. But now my computer was it broke, and I had fucking ordered it off from Apple. Yeah, but that makes me feel loved, though, man.
I get messages all the time. They're like, dude, what's up with Next Gen? He's got
man, I appreciate it. That's what we love, man. But listen, I'm back, man. Go check out my videos. I just dropped 3 new ones. Go check them out. I'm back, though. But yeah, man. It makes me feel loved.
YouTube ain't the same without you, Z. I'm not going to lie to you.
Ain't it? Yo, listen, when my channel got shut down, like, everybody, even the haters were fucking, And I don't even know why my channel got shut down, but yeah, my fucking channel got banned when I don't know what for reason for, but everyone was going fucking crazy. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. We reach out to curse. It was right back up. Shit.
Hey, and there was a couple other things I wanted to talk about real quick as well. Now, high or low for you guys? EA is predicting 9 to 10 million copies of Battlefront to sell the fiscal year. What do you guys think on that?
In this fiscal year? Or the
They're saying I think the next fiscal year.
Okay, yeah.
I can see that happen. 3.5 or 4. You know.
That's a bit high.
Well, you say 9. Listen, depends. You gotta realize this too, though. I look at it like this. I don't know what numbers the Xbox One at, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be, but they're probably counting digital also, you know,
Yeah.
and through EA Access, you know, I can see if the game was done well and it is great, it can probably do about 5 million on the PlayStation, and probably about 3.5 on the Xbox One or whatever. The case
I mean, it's feasible. The number doesn't make me fall out of my chair.
Yeah.
But I think 9 I think that's them being extremely aggressive. I think you got something going there. See, I think I'm going to go a little bit more with around 6. I think it's in the year 6.
What does Duty do? What does Call of Duty does?
Usually, Call of Duty. Well, this is what EA said. They said they kind of split the difference between the last Battlefront and what Battlefield does, which Battlefield does 15 million. So they were like, and I think they said the last.
Battlefield does 15 million.
Yeah, Battlefield does 15 million.
60 PS3 and all those different platforms.
That's all
I think it was even doing that just when it was on 360 and PS3.
Yeah,
and
but
PC.
Nah, wasn't doing 15 million on the 360, and I don't think it did 10 million on the. Nah, that's a lot.
I think Battlefield 3 and 4 specifically did really well. Not like the Bad Company games. They didn't do as well.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but you know, I'm just without adding the Xbox One, with all 4, that's 15 million I can see, but not just I would think 15 million just the Xbox One and the PS4. That's a lot.
Yeah, well, it is. But I think that 9 to 10 million. I think that's feasible. I think a lot of it would depend on the reviews.
Yeah.
You know, if it's lacking content, if people are like, oh man, it would have been good if they would have done, some more maps. We know it's going to launch with I think 12 maps.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, they might have a heat rock on their hands, man. You know, they might do it.
I mean, it could be freaking phenomenal. I'm excited. I mean, I pre-ordered it because
I did too. Now I know it's in third person. And the option now.
Not only is it third person, but there's no sights, there's no iron sights or aiming down the sights, so it's just like, there was none of that in the old Battlefront games. It was just like hip firing with a reticule.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's certain
I
guns
just
that
remember
you
running
can
out in the
scope.
woods with a bunch of shit going on. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain guns with scopes. You can like snipe and.
How big are the room parties gonna be? 32.
32.
There's certain game modes that allow that, but see, like on the original Xbox, Battlefront 2 allowed I think 30 or 32.
On the OG Xbox, it was 16.
Was it? No, I thought it was like 20.
Nah, that's a lot.
I had the
8 on each side, and you had the bots or whatever the fuck.
on the PS2. I rented a server, and we had a 24-man server, so it was 12 on each team.
Yeah,
and
but that's renting the server.
Like I'm hoping they allow that, something like that, or as an option, because that way you kind of can control what's going on or whatever. But see, what we really used to do is we took out the tanks and stuff. And we took out the AI, so there was no AI, no tanks, you know what I mean? Because I don't think, I mean, that's cool for some things, but I mean, do you really want to be like, that's one of the things I didn't like about Titanfall, was a lot of the AI and stuff, you know what I mean? People go after that in like attrition. They don't go after the other pilots, they just go after the AI.
But is this game going to have a campaign mode?
No campaign.
What
they're doing is...
Right. That's kind of ambitious too. No, I don't think it's gonna do. I don't know. That's a lot then. And not without.
I really think you're looking at like 6 million, because I don't. Here's the reason I say it. It's got the fan base. It's got this. It's got that. But it doesn't have. It's gonna get lost. It's coming out with too much other stuff. You got Halo 5. You got Call of Duty all coming out right there.
It's not. It needs a offline mode. Not everybody plays online.
Well, they say there's quote-unquote missions, like offline missions or co-op missions, but they're not like really story-based. They're
Yeah,
just like
no.
where you and a friend like do little
Like,
missions.
for example, my uncle was a big fucking Star Wars and comic book dude. And once I told him it was online only or whatever, he's not buying it. Even though he has Xbox Live, he doesn't like to play online. This shit ever. Some people just don't like, to play online. I don't think it's going to do those numbers. I'm sorry. 9 million.
Hey, Last Devastation goes big gamer small talk brawl.
Oh, yeah. You gotta be so in the game, we put all our flaws on Front Street.
You could smack people with a $7,000 PC.
Listen, yeah, sometimes I say, listen, you get to my story, I get the $12,000 PC and shit, right? You fucking hilarious.
Hey, make mine a stealth mission where you got to steal footage or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
It's real sneaky shit.
We gotta look. We always say we always got these fucking made out ideas, and we need to start putting through some of this shit, man, because we do have an audience, and it's like there's so many great ideas so much more we can do besides podcasts. I don't want to take this platform that we have for granted. And it's like so much more that we can do, man, besides what we're doing now, man.
I agree 100%, man. I think that we have a good following and a great fan base, man. They're really cool. I love interacting. Like Twitter and stuff is just even when I'm working, man. I got that shit on my phone.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, man. I'm like,
and it was crazy.
You
told me about. I always had I had a Twitter account because Guitar Hero. You got an achievement. I never used it. Never used. You know what I mean? But I just started using Facebook. But you write Twitter is the shit. It's more personal. Talk shit.
It is. You can interact with people and stuff, and it's like, they like your videos, and it shows up in your feed. You retweet that, and then more people see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, and it comes up at random times because people might be following a lot of different people, and so different times of the day you're going to get.
Well, think about it. Who the hell would have known who Brad Wardell was if it wasn't for Twitter?
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, for real. He's big in the industry, but you got people walking around the street, be like, "Hey, did you hear what Brad Wardell said? Yeah. Let me get. I want rainbow sprinkles on that shit." You know what I mean? People just talking. You know what I mean? They don't know who that dude is. This kind of makes you relevant. I mean, I had nothing big. It's absolutely nothing big at all. But I had a couple of conversations with Aaron Greenberg. Phil Spencer retweeted one of my things one time way back in the day. You actually get to communicate with people. It's an interesting platform, and it really lets you get to reach out. Like I said, I had that conversation with Bites of Chicken today. Guy's great as hell, and the guy makes games, and we had a conversation. He enlightened me a little bit more on the indie world, and it was kind of neat to hear about it. But at the same time, he said he did understand. Remember, Crap, you were kind of chiming in and out. He said, I do understand how you guys are coming up with your thought on indies, and he didn't necessarily disagree with us either.
Who said that?
Bites of Chicken.
You interviewed him on your channel, dude.
I want to be clear this because I thought when I get to rant on this is my man. He got an indie game that's coming out, and I'm going.
It's Gear Gauntlet. He's doing Gear Gauntlet.
Yeah, I on the show on my channel. It's crazy. I didn't know who the hell he was. You must be surprised who watches your stuff. He's like, hey man, I didn't know who the hell he was. You mind, you interview us? Oh, cool. Mike, fine. You know what I mean? I didn't even know who the hell he was, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I always I feel guilty when I go on my rant. It's not my problem with indies. That's not a problem. Is that last generation? Look at the indies we had. They took advantage of the 360s, hardware, whatever the case. Like this generation, we have all this power, 8 gigs RAM. I have playing indie game that can literally run on my Game Boy Advance. I don't think that's cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then you utilize the hardware. That's what's the game that Epic put out for the 360? The side scroll was like a shooter or something. It was
what the hell was that game?
Yeah, utilize the hardware. I mean, I don't know
Shadow
why.
Complex.
Yeah. I don't know why this generation they're not doing that. I don't know. That baffles the fuck out of me, man. Those are the ones I have a problem with. Those little these 8-bit, 4-bit games. What the hell is this, man? There's so many of them, man.
That's the problem I have is there was a game that I forget what the hell it was called, and it was blowing up my feed, and I was like, what the hell is this game? And they're like, people are like, oh, it's this 8-bit game, it's kind of like Shovel Knight without the shovel.
That was what I said. I said Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, man. I was like, why are people tweeting this? When was there last gen when there was indie games or arcades? This wasn't big news. You know what I mean? That's I can understand you're an indie dev. you're getting your big break or whatever. But realistically, I do think that there's probably too many bad indie games. Like, I mean, there's so much crap. I mean, who wants to play Goat Simulator? Much less pay $20 for it.
Oh yeah. These indie games are so fucking expensive. I mean, it used to be $5, $4.99 last generation.
Yeah, like check this out. That game, The Escapist, right, has an interesting premise, even if it's 8-bit, where you're trying to escape. I can dig it. It reminds me of like an old NES game, right? But $20.
No, the pricing is bad. This generation, that's what they switched it. The pricing is bad. So last generation, they pushed the system's hardware and had cheap prices. And this generation, they're not pushing the hardware and have expensive pricing. Like,
one of the first indie games that I bought was last gen was this game called I Made a Game with Zombies in it, and it was $1. I mean, yeah, Microsoft had a bunch of $1 indies.
They did. That's what I'm talking about. That's the thing that Microsoft had the indie room. I forgot all about that shit. They had the indie room, and then they had the arcade room. They had arcade games, and then you had indie games. But arcade games were still like indie fucking games. I forgot all about that. And then they gave the indie games, and some games had achievements and shit. I'm like, oh shit. They were like Spades was like $1, and like, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck's going on, man, with this generation.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, we all know what it is. The answer is in every fortune cookie. It's literally like Sony is promoting the indies, and the media is backing Sony. So it's a big deal when Shovel Knight, which looks exactly like 1988's version of Bionic Commando, comes out, and they're like, oh my god, that's amazing. We have to talk about it. This is the best thing. It's not that it's the best thing. It's not the greatest thing. We shouldn't be talking about it, but it's all Sony has. Sony is so happy that Kratos is in Shovel Knight. I mean, we're like, yay, Battletoads is in there, but like we don't even talk about it. We don't even like when Battletoads actually comes out, we'll care. Nobody really cares if Battletoads makes a 3-minute cameo in an 8-bit game.
They made about a 15-minute cameo.
What's that?
They're actually in that game about 15 minutes. They're like,
oh yeah, well, that's fine. But Kratos is in it.
That's the difference. It goes back to the same. We're not touting around that Forza deal.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, exactly.
It's the same. It's the same mentality. You're not. I don't know, man. Like I think Sony's dumbing down this generation, man.
Yep.
I swear.
Hey, well, so somebody makes a good point in the comment section. They said all the IGN types would be doing a 2-hour podcast if Xbox had decided to skip Gamescom.
Yeah.
And they're right. And
right.
also,
the fix that fix would have been a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, it would have. And it says, I'm so tired of the 1080p shit on Witcher when The Order 1886 and Bloodborne didn't hit 1080p. Wait, Bloodborne didn't hit 1080p?
I thought it did.
And that's news to me if it didn't, man. If you're watching and it didn't and you got a link to that, let me know, man, because I smell a video.
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I knew The Order wasn't, because obviously it has those big black bars at the top and the bottom, and it's so cinematic, and I made it look like the guys were humping in like about 3 videos that I did just because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, but also when they mentioned that, the whole, if you guys didn't know, if you're in the preview program for Xbox One dashboard,
yep.
They are updating it, and you're going to be doing 60 frames per second video capture.
Yep.
Which is something the PS4 doesn't do, and probably the PS4 doesn't need since none of the exclusives goes that far. Oh shit! Oh. I think next gen must be doing something. I don't know, but
yeah,
he muted his mic at least. Thank God.
No, honestly,
but yeah, I'm back here being Mr. Mom. I hear you guys.
Oh no, it's all good, dude. It's all good. I appreciate you muting your mic if you're busy. But did you hear about that next gen? They're doing 60 frames per second game captures now on the Xbox One if you're in the preview program.
Oh, that's dope shit. What was when?
I think it already started or it's about to go out.
Yeah, you should have it, Z, by now. I think it was 2 nights ago. I realized when I went to power down the Xbox, it didn't go into sleep mode. It went into shut off. That usually means that it's
updating.
Update, yeah.
Oh wow! Oh shit! Oh well, damn. I just come Xbox One. I did have an update. I didn't know that was that for it. I didn't know that was for that though.
They're about to turn your Xbox One into a DVR as well for TV and all that shit. So.
Yeah. Are they supposed to announce the E3 maybe?
Yeah, like Man, people are gonna need some big time ass hard drives, but good thing it supports like up to 16 terabytes or whatever the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
But,
mean?
yeah,
So
but you can also catch. Like I said, I bought three 2 terabyte hard drive. They were $60. I got it from eBay. I didn't know the actual stores selling stuff on eBay. I thought eBay was only for used items. I didn't know you can buy brand new shit on eBay. Because I had money in my PayPal and Amazon. Why doesn't Amazon take PayPal? It's the craziest shit ever. But
yeah, and it sucks too because lately I've had my debit card fucking stolen twice when I done purchases over the internet. So
oh
now
wow,
I only use PayPal. Like there's some sketchy ass sites out there, man.
oh damn, crap, the
Yeah,
hell.
dude, and they always use it to buy like hundreds of dollars worth of gas. Like
You
like I
sure
don't
that? Hey, crap, you sure they ain't an inside job? Leave them hookers alone,
think. Nah, man, this ain't 1999, bro.
motherfucker. Shit, damn.
I don't go in for them kind of shenanigans.
Yeah, believe it or not, I only had my debit card information stolen once or twice. I'm sorry, and both times was dealing with the PlayStation. They bought a whole bunch of FIFA shit one time.
So they were probably European.
Yeah, I don't know. I put it aside. They put a whole bunch. I don't even fucking play FIFA. I said, this doesn't look on weird to you. I don't even fucking have the game in my profile. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, just so you know, Kotaku just put out a brand new article. Quote is the video games that come full circle. This month's advertisement is Bloodborne. I remember the precise moment when I fell in love with Dark Souls, and then it's just a page of fucking loving somebody.
I don't even follow them anymore.
It's not Kotaku that I actually got it off of. Who's the feed? The feed actually came off of Game News. But anyways, literally it won't go away. And if you guys don't believe me, episode 38 of the walkthrough for Polygon is on. Bloodborne is brand new as of last night. Thanks, Polygon.
Jesus. Oh
Thank
my God.
In case you can't fall asleep, BGST fans, you got Polygon, episode 38.
All these sites still they've been biased, like IGN. I don't follow none of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I unfollowed GameSpot when they said that dumb shit about the Xbox.
They couldn't find the menu or the settings. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, you gotta go. I can't. Listen, I can't. Listen, when you're in the media and you with this bias shit, like what's your reason? What we do, we do here is not like what they do. You know what I mean? Just being honest, and. But what is I don't understand it. Like you're fucking supposed to be even keeled. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand how the media.
Well, there's a guy at Kotaku who said that being fair or whatever isn't what journalism's all about. They basically kind of admitted that. I did want to talk about one other thing real quick. Is I got people on my timeline. Like these are big Xbox dudes, and they're always seem to be mad lately. They're like, man, Microsoft shouldn't have done that deal for Witcher 3 because they're getting a bad end of the deal.
Yeah,
and I sort of agree with that, right? Because check this out. They're saying there's actually PS4 footage of The Witcher 3 out right now, right? And there's no real Xbox One footage except for last year's E3 stuff.
I just tweeted that right now, actually. It's so funny.
I was just about to say that. Doesn't Microsoft have the deal? And you see, on N4G, it has the what the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, I just saw that too. It's the first gameplay footage of The Witcher 3 on PS4. And what's funny is on M4G, all the comments are, man, the PS4 is just as powerful as the PC because they look exactly the same. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? You just want to reach through the damn internet and smack people. But yeah, it's like, wow, you got this deal. Why aren't you guys showing anything? You know what I mean? It's like on the internet, it's going to look the same anyway. All this shit looks the same on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Why not show the damn footage? And you know what I'm saying? I don't really care. It's the same goddamn game. That was my argument. Was the game's going to look the same? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's
1080. What is it? 1080p on the? What is it on the?
Well, they're saying it's 1080p on PS4 and 900 on Xbox One.
1080p 30.
Yeah, on both. On both, yeah. But what's funny is they also said that Project Cars was going to be 900p on Xbox One, and I think that ended up being 1080p.
Wait, did you say Witcher's what?
Wait, they changed the resolution of Project Cars.
I believe it's 1080p on both.
Oh, 'cause I heard last time I heard it was 900p on the Xbox One.
Somebody said it was 1080p. Don't 100% quote me on that, but I
They may
believe.
have an update.
Well, the
Yeah.
Witcher still is the Witcher still 900p?
I don't know. I mean, they don't say anything. I mean,
I heard they're supposed to have a update. What that update for day ones, I don't know.
I heard the game looks really good, but
Well, listen, here's the thing. Whatever resolution the game is, I'm buying it on my Xbox. Doesn't, you know what I mean?
oh yeah, you know what? I'm the same way, dude. I went into, even though I know you guys aren't GameStop fans, I still buy my physical copies there most of the time.
I do too. I mean, when I reserve
There's
my
only
game.
one here, dude. I live in a small ass town, so and I went and I pre-ordered a bunch of stuff yesterday, and I'm rattling off my list, and the guy's like, "Well, which console?" I'm like, "Always Xbox."
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said it's always Xbox. I was like,
Yep.
I said there's nothing on PS4 this year.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, what about?" And then he's like, "Well, let me look at this list," and there was nothing on that list.
I have that list here. There's
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, now you see.
They got the God of War, and even Until Dawn doesn't have any release date.
There's no
That's
release
2006.
date. I heard it's gonna get pushed back to next year.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, so I mean, and even that's not something I'm interested in because it's it seems like a heavy QTE game. You know what I mean? It's not something that I'm not really a fan of that, like the survival QTE type.
Well, I think what they're doing is two things here, crap. They're trying to solidify the spring next year. I think Sony's going to walk into the holiday with their hands up, being like, we kind of give up. We've got the 2 remasters that are rumored. Well, one's not. God of War 3 is coming sometime August, September, and then there's the possibility of the trilogy of Uncharted, which will just be a paint job. So they'll have those 2 things, and then the other 8 games that nobody cares about, like Persona and Tropico 6 and other things like that. So like all that shit will come out. But like what'll happen is I think they'll have Until Dawn in the spring, and they'll have it, and then they'll have Uncharted. That'll give Uncharted a little bit more time, and then Uncharted will come out like April, May. You know what I mean?
They do the same thing we did this year. I have
Right.
in the spring, beginning of the year, and then holiday season prior.
Hey, people really like this game idea. They're like, and the bosses in the game should be like the heads of PlayStation or people from IGN or whatever. And somebody's like, Yoshida uses pony dust and stuff. Like, people really digging the idea. So I'm 100% legit about that because Bites a Chicken, he's a developer. He's making Gear Gauntlet. He codes. That's what he does. So
I want my power to be a slow clap. That's just a fucking.
He offered, so yeah. Like if you're just joining us, man, yeah. I mean that's something that we're going to be into. Like, I was going to talk to Next Gen and them about it anyway.
Yeah, I saw the tweets. My phone was dying. I was reading early today.
Yeah, the only thing is that he doesn't know how. He's not a drawer. He doesn't do sprites and stuff. So I was like, and then Mooch, good idea, man. Jay Williams, he does that stuff.
Isn't that what Jay Williams does?
Yeah, that's what he does.
You can do the work for us.
Yeah, I mean that would be kick-ass. And then I'm not sure.
You think they would? No, here's the question: you think they would approve a game like that from us?
You have to go through ID at Xbox, but I think that you could self-publish, and I think they'd be relatively easy. I mean, there's some pretty crappy games like Threes and Nutjitsu and all this really weird shit on there. So I think
we can do at least 50,000 buys. I'm telling you right now, word of mouth, spreading around.
Yeah.
We can do that shit.
I'm not sure how much like we can get, because Jay Williams, I'm sure, probably will help us.
I'm not even talking about the money. It's just the fact that we got a game. That's that their work is something. That's the least thing I'm talking about. But I think it probably would something we probably could do. We get the
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm 100% serious. Like people might think it's a joke. I'm like, no, like
we're serious. And the guy really is a developer. You're surprised who watches our show sometime, man. You're surprised who the hell.
Hey, they'd be surprised to know that a lot of the Xbox people watch our show. I mean, they might not be able to mention it, because we're a little bit raw or whatever.
We're not that bad though, man. I think shit. I don't think we're no worse than the Boogies and the Angry Joes. We're just not as big as they are, so I think they get a pass. I think they get more of a pass for what they do because we're not as big as them. But we don't. Our content is no worse or what they have on their channels.
You know what the funny thing is? Like, say we decided to do just a solely Xbox podcast. Like, Xbox Nation or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a spin-off podcast. That would be automatically the best podcast Xbox related around. You know what I mean? Right now we kind of cover everything.
Yeah, we
But
talk
I
about
just think
everything.
that, because like there is nothing like what we do. You know what I mean? That kind of has like a real kind of take on all this stuff, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't think we talk bad about Xbox, and we do.
We do. We've been given last few weeks. Microsoft's been too quiet. Phil's been too nice. We like I said, here's the thing. I think we don't sometimes tend to cover a lot of the bad Xbox. If it is really bad Xbox stuff, if everyone does that, you know what I mean? Every channel on YouTube, you know what I mean? So that's what makes us a little different. Every channel. You don't have too many channels to talk about the negative Sony news. You know what I mean? Then you have that aspect of it. You know what I mean? Then you don't really consider now for nothing. We have a uprising, which I think is good though. Pro Xbox channels, thanks to the Upload Studios. I think that's dope. Shit, you take it back to a year and a half ago, there was like zilch. I think that's dope. But like you said, our content is not that bad, crap. I should not get. I know sometimes it's not though. Fuck that. I'm not even. It's not. You get someone. I mean, we're not that bad. Just think about some of the shit Angry Joe has said, and we're not that
Hey,
bad.
Jay Long says make one of those bosses, Chicken Wing George.
Chicken wing Joe. I'm a man. Oh shit! I heard he has. I don't even know. Well, I guess he has a steady podcast that he does over there. They have some. It's told me one of his guys. I guess one of the founding members messaged me of all people yesterday. He said, "Yeah, man, I left their fucking guy's show, and he does all the talking, and I'm like, oh shit, man, I don't even know this shit. The fuck's going on?" But yeah, that guy's there. He's fucked up. And he's bad dope. He's a shady character, man. He's a shady individual.
There's a lot of that going on, you know what I mean? But hey, it is we do what we do,
Do
and
what we do. That's all we could do. Is do what we do, man. Do what we do. But yeah, we gotta get on that crap. We got this pronto. We gotta get this game development.
Jay Williams is Canadian. He just commented. He's like, man, you guys are doing live shows during the hockey playoffs.
Oh shit! What do you think about hockey whatsoever, bro? Nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks for. Hey, if you guys want to know, he made me and Mooch's things, but if you ever watch the ones that we do on Next Gen's channel, for some reason, like all the icons are messed up on this one. But when we do his, he did all the icon work. He did my crappy reviews icon.
He does great Xbox themes too, guys. So if you want like a certain game, or if you have a certain theme that you want, it's good because he tweaks the Xbox symbol and he actually uses your gamer tag and puts it in like unique positions. However, he makes it custom. So shout out to Jay Williams at Graphic God. Definitely throw him some money, man. That man he's a true Xbox fan.
If you want a custom background for your Xbox One, he's the man to see.
Yeah, definitely.
And he will have it with your gamer tag and all types of stuff. He definitely is the man. Definitely is the man. Actually, you know what, crap? You need to put a link to his. I won't say I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna scatterbrain. A link to his website.
Yeah, I was gonna start putting a link to his website in a lot of my videos and stuff for sure, because a lot of people ask me, they're like, "Hey man, where you get that from, or where you get that?" And so yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna do. I mean, he's basically sponsors because he does work for free for us. So I mean, that's the least we can do. Just real quick before we close up, Sony doesn't like to look bad. So one big thing do you think they'll do at E3, even if it's going to be kind of fake like a teaser that shows quote unquote in-engine Gears of War 4, God of War 4, or maybe they're like, oh, The Last Guardian, another fake teaser, something like that.
You know what? I would think they would try to steal a show if they don't have much. They would give them. They would show some Last Guardian fake, or whatever. I heard they relicensed it. They didn't reapply for the license or something again.
Yeah, they renewed it.
They renewed the license. I think you said it already, though, crap. I think they're going to put a picture up. I think Santa Monica Studios will come up. They'll do a little rehash of Fat Princess, and they're like, well, we're not done yet. And then it'll be like Kratos with the big 4 comes up behind his head. And they'll be like, that's it. Xbox showed us 50 games. But that's it.
Drop that shit.
And then people will be like, "Oh my gosh, Sony totally owned it. We don't care about the 20 minutes they talked about indies." Hey, next gen, I showed you that graph, right, where Sony was
Yes,
showing, and
yes,
actually,
yes,
this
yes.
dude that doesn't even like me sent me this, right, from NeoGAF, right, where
Mhm.
they broke down the time limits that Sony spends on E3 and what they
Yeah.
spend each thing with. It was like
Mhm.
24 minutes of first party exclusives last year, but like 38 minutes of third party stuff, and 17 minutes of indies. And I mean, it's like really, 24 minutes of media talk,
No
right?
crap. All honesty, I think that even the most diehard Sony fans now are starting to get a little aggravated with Sony with this shit. Like
I
they do another
agree.
fucking. If they do some more indie shit this year, you know what I mean? Honestly, they have the balls to go out there and pull that shit again this year. I think it's gonna look bad on them. You know what I mean? I really do. Because now they like, all right, we get it. We indies, we get it. All right, where the fuck are the games? Where the fuck are the games? Like we need that. But they had that whole PlayStation conference thing. Like, come on, man. Like that shit was that was uncalled. They could have been their Gamescom. Like it was nothing but a fucking indie sizzle reel. Like really, we got the Street Fighter announcement. Okay, but other than that, but you know,
Which they had to. I mean, look, there has to be a good number of PlayStation 4 owners that bought that because they thought Uncharted was coming this year, right? They're like, well, maybe I'm going to get it for Uncharted in 2014. Now that is pushed back to 2016. You know what I mean? So it's like, when are you going to get these great games that they're promising? You know what I mean? So far, it's a bunch of multiplats that you can play on the Xbox One, and mediocre games. I have Knack and Killzone and The Order. They're all bad games. Drive Club, they're bad. That's probably one of the worst lineup of exclusives I've ever seen in my life for a first year and a half. It's terrible.
yeah.
They should really be ashamed of themselves. But I do think that they have a habit of looking good in bad situations. So I do worry that they're going to be like, here's the last Guardian, and then Sony fans will eat that shit right up, even if it's not really gameplay again. They should recycle that same shit from 2008 or whatever the hell that was, and people will
Uh-huh.
still be like, Sony wins.
You know
You
what
know,
though? Microsoft, I think they should just go, fuck it. Just go out there and do what you do. They can't even worry about what Sony's. They damn if they do, damn if they don't right now. Like, you know what I mean? They damn if they do, damn if they don't. The only way I think the Xbox can catch Sony if they drop that bitch down to 250, and then have a fire sale this holiday season. Drop that bitch down to 250. How much is it now? 300 or 350?
350.
They go to 300. Well, yeah, like I said, they dropped that bitch down to 250. That's the only way I see the Xbox catching Sony at this point. Because like I said, Sony can do no wrong no matter what they do. They have they're the cool product right now. They're the iPod. So
Yeah.
so I think anybody.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think anybody that buys, don't get me wrong, I think this generation people are going to own both because they're cheap. Regardless, I just think that the Xbox is going to be the secondary console. Last
Yeah.
generation, the PS3 was the secondary console. This generation, it looks
Well,
like,
PS3 didn't get a ton of support until they dropped it down. They dropped the price on that like 4 times.
yeah, of course it was $600.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought it. I'm wealthy, but
I did too. So,
I bought that
uh,
day one. And that bitch really was 480i because it didn't do 1080i for my TV, but that bitch dropped the signal down to 480i.
dude, this is what happened, right? I bought a new plasma TV and a PlayStation 3. I get home, I'm like, where's the fucking cable, the high def cables to hook this thing up, right?
Uh huh.
Nowhere to be found.
Nope.
Oh,
I was like,
I
where's
wasn't
the
born yet.
headset? I was
Yeah.
like, there's no headset, there's no high def cable, so I had to go back and buy that shit. I was like, wow.
Look at the headset. There's a lot of people I know that I've met through Twitter playing Xbox, playing Titanfall. They're still using the headset that came in the box, and they sound crystal clear.
I use it even though I have Turtle Beaches too.
Well, I mean, but nobody who's using that earbud.
Mine's still in the
Uh,
box because that thing's so cheap looking. Come on, man.
uh,
What is that?
I'm still using mine. Whatever I grab, I have a few headsets. I got Astros. I got Turtle Beach. I got some Titans. I got a couple. I got like 6 goddamn headsets, man. Whatever's closest to me, I grab. So, but the Astros are by far the best. I'm shameless plug there. They're the best. Astros.
Yo, Z, do you have the, see, right now I got the Turtle Beach X500 Stealth. That's completely wireless. There's not even, I don't even have an adapter in my controller. Like, I was thinking about
You don't have anything going for the controller to the
nothing.
headset?
Nothing. The X500 Stealth from Turtle Beach, it came out in November. I grabbed that, and then I saw you got the 850s, and I know people that have the 850s, and they love them, but after not having a wire, like, I just throw my
But no,
controller down.
but here's the thing though, the sound. Like,
It's off the hook.
yeah. I play, if you play on those, honestly, you game on those, whatever, you couldn't go back to anything else. Like this, were even, bro, it's so slick. Sidebar here that you can hook your music up to it. You know, so you can have your music playing. You know, from your phone, your iPhone or whatever, or Android device, have your music playing, and the game playing, and be in chat. Like the motherfuckers are nice. They're really, really nice, and they sound. They only was 7.1. Awesome. You know.
That's pretty damn good. Hey, did you guys also hear that Titanfall is going to come out in 2017 or Titanfall 2?
Yes.
2017.
Yeah, fiscal year 2017.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because all that. That's fucked up. See, I don't like stuff like that. It was only done because of the Xbox and this, that, and the other. I mean, you mean you're gonna dumb down Titanfall 2 to put on the list? Is that what you're saying? You know.
Well, yeah, it looks like it. I mean, most likely it would be on EA servers or peer-to-peer, and I'm not really into that because I've never had a game run smooth on EA servers. Never.
No, thank you. I'm not even buying it. It's story.
It is kind of unfortunate, but yeah, it's probably not going to have a story. I mean, I kind of doubt that they add one, but yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate and it kind of sucks, but hey, oh yeah, one last thing, man. How come Activision hasn't announced any Destiny numbers sold yet? Like they're saying, okay, there's 20 million registered users or whatever, but they're not saying how many people actually bought the game. Do you guys find that a little odd?
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know they didn't give any numbers, but I know it's sold a lot because it's cross generation. You got the 360, the PS3,
Yeah.
the Xbox One, the PS4. I thought the game was great. I didn't like the beta, so I didn't even buy the game. But I know Activision got paid.
Yeah, well, supposedly between that and Hearthstone or whatever, they made like over $1 billion. So
Jesus.
I mean, yeah, you know what's funny is Activision and EA are making tons of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
Tons,
killing
just tons of money, and they are coming out with another Need for Speed this year. So
Yeah, and they got the you got to feel it. They make a lot of money off that fucking those Skylander bundles and shit that they have.
That's like a $3 billion
and they're bringing
thing
Guitar
now.
Hero back out this year, which I'm buying. You know, fucking. I'm a black white boy. Could I say crap? Black
Oh,
black white boy. Guitar
I hear
Hero.
you, man. But hey, man, I wanted to thank you guys for coming on the show. You know, I kept you guys out here for an hour. I appreciate everybody for coming and watching. We just wanted to talk a little bit about this Gamescom stuff. You know, hey, the game idea is real, man. If you guys are interested, let us know in the comment section or message us on Twitter. You can always find us there. Mooch is supposed to be starting up his channel soon, and then you guys can subscribe and all that good stuff.
Nice. Thank you for the plug.
Yep, shameless plug, no problem.
And we'll definitely have the show with hopefully Showstopper and Tim Dog on Sunday as well, Next Gen's channel. So appreciate everybody for coming out, and we'll catch you next time. Later.
Bang bang.